Hello, everybody. Nemain Fae here. I've had a really tough morning. Things aren't going to plan. Oh, car fell down. I have a very low threshold for things going wrong today. So everything seems to be going wrong, but in minor ways. So I guess maybe there's a message there to count. Actually, I think that is the message because the card that fell out is the star. This card is from the Unfolding Path Tarot by Athene Noctua. I think that's how you pronounce it. And as you can see here, her cup is overflowing, very much like the Ace of Cups. So I don't know if those opportunities or the hope for the future is in areas of love and relationships. We might have to get more clarification from the cards in order to draw that conclusion, but that certainly is my first impression. Um, what else? By the way, the question is what kind of challenges do we face in 2024? And obviously, how can we overcome them? So, this is a timeless reading. So, whenever you receive it is when you're supposed to receive it. This message won't resonate with everybody, so stick by just in case. But if it does resonate with you, please give it a like or comment how it resonates with you, and let us know about your particular situation. Okay. So you know what? I actually think that the biggest pitfall of 2024 is more going to be in your mental space. So we get the Sun reversed, we get the Empress reversed, and we get Temperance reversed. Now, these all imply a lack of balance. So, in particular, Temperance. Temperance is all about looking at your options and approaching things with a moderate approach, or even consuming things in moderation. It's related to Sagittarius, as you can see with the fire sign. And usually she has one cup. She has one foot in the river and one grounded on land. So she's in touch with her emotions, but she's also very grounded and sensible. However, in this case, the cups are actually floating. I don't know if you can see, they're floating up in the air. And they're pouring from one cup to the other, and it was in reverse. So someone might even be so imbalanced that they require medication, or they may be self-medicating in order to deal with this problem. The Empress is all about recognizing the abundance in our life. So actually, I think this might have to do with relationships because my brain heard dry spell. Now, dry spell means a period of, well, a period of where you have a lack of intimacy in relationships. Now, that doesn't mean, physical relationships. It can just mean that you are out of touch with your friend circle, feeling isolated from your family, feeling, especially if we have family members who are less than supportive. You may be in separation from your family right now, and that may make you feel less abundant. You may, and the Empress also has mother energy. It's a maternal energy. So in reverse, there may be conflict involving a mother. There may be some mother wounds here that need to heal during this 2024. And Sun in reverse. So that means to me, that means there's opportunities for wealth and growth, but you have to be able to see it. It has to be illuminated. Um, yes. So what else? I'm going to take some cards from the Garden Dragon Oracle deck, which is absolutely beautiful. Artwork by Stanley Morrison, written by Arwen Lynch. So I'm going to actually... I'm not familiar with all of the meanings in this, but I was really drawn to maybe get a more specific message, because, you know, we all have fights with our families every now and then. But I feel 2024 is about healing intergenerational wounds, actually. It's not just a petty dispute, it's a ongoing pattern that has been going potentially for generations, way before you existed. It's just, unfortunately, become your problem now. Okay, so, Oh, oh, interesting. I see. Okay. So, the two cards that I have pulled is Banana Dragon, which says gather, and Radish Dragon, which is all about personal growth. So to me, that indicates that perhaps whatever this falling out is with family has made you a bit withdrawn and has made it hard for you to trust people. But the reality is that with social gatherings, not only will we encounter people that we may not vibe with, you know, you're very vulnerable to that kind of interaction when you have had falling out with like family. It's like it gets infused into your energy, so you attract more of the same. So it's very tempting to be protective of yourself and to cocoon yourself and withdraw from society and not keep in touch with friends. But I feel that, yeah, banana is all about like celebration and seasonal celebrations in particular. So it's not that like you're expected to become this social butterfly, but I am getting very strongly the seasonality of bananas. When the opportunity for celebration comes, it's saying do not turn that down. So it could be a birthday party coming up. Your friends could invite you out to dinner or clubbing or whatever you're usually interested in that you're not participating in right now. And being connected to those friend groups that maybe you feel couldn't support you. It's not necessarily about them and the support that they can give you, but it's more to do with the other areas, your areas of growth that you can focus on. So yeah, these terrible things have happened to you, but this is now an opportunity for you to establish closer bonds with those other people in your life. You know, some people say that blood is thicker than water, and there's lots of us that will disagree with that saying. You should not put up with behavior that is degrading or even negative or abusive. So if you want to have friends that are your family, that you're close to, that's where you fill your cup. Don't try and earn the love and affection and approval of people that had these issues far before you existed. This isn't about you, and even though it is affecting you, I'm not saying it's not affecting you. I'm not saying that what is happening isn't wrong and it's not traumatizing. I'm just saying it's not about you specifically. You didn't cause it, so don't take it personally. They've been doing this a long time. It didn't start with you. It won't end with you. It will continue after you, even if you cut this person off and go no contact. Wow. Okay, that's for someone specifically there. Okay. What else do we have here? My nail fell off. See, that's what I'm talking about. Spent all this time making myself pretty. Maybe that's my guide saying, you don't need fake nails to be pretty. You know what? I'm drawn to take a card from Waven. That's really funny because that's a lisp that my son has. So there may be children involved in this situation that are being negatively affected, which might be tempting you to put yourself back in the line of fire, just because you hate seeing innocent third parties suffer. And I am telling you to not do that. Oh, here we go, changing faces. Okay, so changing faces, their mask has come off. Okay, so the challenge is for 2024 is that now the mask has come off. You can't go back to the way it was before, and you wish that you could. You wish that you could continue making excuses, but unfortunately, you've run out of excuses to make, and the truth is laid out bare. And now you just got to get on with it, and you've got to continue doing what you're doing in your own personal bubble. And look, I'm not saying that you become a social butterfly. When I'm talking about gatherings, I'm talking about very close, tight-knit gatherings with your closest friends, the people you can trust the most, to restore your faith in other people. Because I feel that you're kind of reeling right now because you're like, this is not what I expected from this person. I mean, they have done some pretty terrible things in their life, but this really takes the cake. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen other people have to deal with this. It just seems totally incomprehensible. And I'm not going to use any labels, but I think that you know that it's a pervasive personality flaw. It's not just something that affects one area of their life. It affects every person that they deal with. And, you know, the more you interact with this person, the more they're a drain on your energy, the more that they make you feel lesser. You don't have time for that in your life. Okay, so the card commemoration came out, and that came out in reverse. So reverse is they're not going to give you the recognition that you deserve. Okay? They may even blame you for all of their problems. I see the black rabbit, and I kind of feel like that you may feel like the black sheep of your family. Like, you've always been made to feel that it's you, but it's not you. You've just grown up in this toxic environment, and the challenge this year is making lemonade out of lemons. How are you going to draw from that experience? She's in a costume, and I just keep thinking that someone had like their birthday or their wedding ruined by one of these people, like possibly a mother figure, but could have a lot of feminine characteristics, not necessarily female, um, and is most definitely a family member. That's what I feel very strongly. This person ruined like your birthday or your wedding, and it's something that should have been the red flag, but you made excuses and things continued to build. So yeah, I just see someone who's very sitting there all alone, and there's birds around. So to me, birds are symbols of communication, um, and potentially gossip. So you may be the subject of chatter within your family, and that may bother you, but it shouldn't, because I can't say what I say to people because it'll get flagged on YouTube. But there are certain people in society that, if they judged you based on your appearance, you'd be like, well, I don't really care what you think. You're a monster. So, like, your preferences are messed up. So, I don't really care if you think that I am attractive, because what you are attracted to, you're not supposed to be attracted to. So, if you wouldn't care about the lowest common denominator in society judging you based on how you look or how you live, why do you care about this person? Why do you hold them in such high regard when they have shown you disdain and or disrespect? Maybe it's a covert kind of abuse where on the surface everything looks very presentable, but it's underneath the surface, and you can't really talk about it. But and we're not going to talk about it. So sorry if that triggers you. But yes, this card in reverse indicates that you may be dealing with a person that presents one way, but behind the mask there's this darkness. And getting green, but not like the heart chakra, um, you know, love and light green. I get like a browny green, like a noxious green, like polluted. So there might be some envy there. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, we haven't actually gotten to the solution for all of this. I've just told you what the problem is, that you've had issues with family, but I haven't told you like what the solution is. Um, I guess I have. I've kind of covered how you need to reconnect with your friend circle, because yeah, I feel that your family is kind of an embarrassment. You're embarrassed by them because subconsciously they may it. You know the problem is actually them, but you stuck around because they made you feel like the problem is actually you. Okay, so but I do see, with the star here, that you can fill your cup. It's not like there's not enough there for you to fill your cup. there is hope for the future. There is hope for 2024. It's just I feel that 2023 has shook you. Um, it broke you, and I think you needed to be broken though, in order to be remade, because the way that you were put together. Because as I was saying, there was lots and lots of negativity and toxic behavior within your family that you were just raised to think that stuff was normal, but I can tell you it's not normal, okay? What you saw, what you heard is not normal. And I am not just talking about, um, although I'm not talking about the kind of stereotypical kind of abuse that is obvious to other people, like wife beating and stuff like that. But I'm talking about the really underhanded kind of thing where you cannot express the problem and people wouldn't necessarily believe you if you told them, because it's just very difficult to articulate the problem, because it's lots of little things. But, from little things, big things grow. And I think that 2023, all of that culminated for you. And it was a lot to take. I think we all had to deal with a. I think we all had to deal with those kinds of problems in 2023 where we're like, hey, I thought everything was like this. And then you have your world completely upside down, and everything that you knew was wrong, and everything that you've been working on has blown up in your face. And you know what? New opportunities are coming. So do not worry about that. Okay. I am going to draw from the Lightness of Being affirmation cards. Just for. These aren't very good for. They don't have a lot of predictive value, but they are good for reassurance or confirmation. Divine Offering and Trust. Number 39. Allow the divine to organize the outcomes. Imagine, play, simplify. So I feel that I don't know if you can see that. Is it going to be visible? No. Okay. Well, what I get from that divine offering and that request for trust, is that what's happened has happened. You can't change it. You can't unknow what you know. And so you have to trust that it happened for a reason, and that you couldn't continue living the way that you were living. And there's the advice to, again, with the gathering. So, I put him away. With the banana dragon, I think that was a sign to celebrate more in your life. Actually, I'm going to go to the guidebook because I remember it was a banana dragon and the radish. Okay, it's so hard to. I don't know how people do this. Oh no. I don't usually wear fake nails, but I thought it would be fun. I thought it would be fun and make me feel pretty. Okay. So, the mystical meaning is when Banana Dragon shows up, call on your friends. Here is a creature who loves together. You should look for your group, your chosen family, your bunch. You will thrive within the right group of people. Remember that this doesn't mean all of them. Just focus on the ones who support you in your own brand of expression. So that's what I was talking about. It wasn't about you should go out and get plastered and get drunk at the club and meet all of the people and mush with all the people. It's very much about discernment. It's about you have lots of people that you interact with, but you are starting to discern the people who have your interests in mind and the people that don't have your interests in mind, have their own interests in mind. And that doesn't mean that everybody who has their own interests in mind is necessarily bad. What I'm saying is you have been depleted and you have to be more discerning over the type of people that you let in. And you have a few people, and you know who these people are, who are very kind and gentle and reciprocal. Okay? They will give as much time to you as you do to them. And that's the lesson here, is not everyone is going to come along for the ride in 2024. Some people are just going to have to leave your life. You won't have time for them. There are going to be carry-on effects from 2023 into 2024 that need to be resolved. Okay? So there's several cards indicating that small, tight-knit group of people are where you fill your cup. Don't withdraw. Don't see this as a sign that you are not a good judge of character. You had the intuition all along that something was wrong, and you decided to ignore it. But you knew. You knew. You weren't fooled. You just didn't realize the extent of the deception. You didn't realize how far the deception actually went. You didn't understand how deep the negativity went. This is something that has gone for generations. It has been passed on from parent to child. It doesn't have to be mother to child, but it has affected your mother as a result. Could have been their father that passed on this wound, but it's been intergenerational, and now they're trying to make their burdens your burdens, and you don't have to put up with that. And also, they're trying to claim parts of your life as if it is their own. Okay? I am very sympathetic to the argument that our parents are flawed individuals and we shouldn't harbor too much resentment, even if they were nasty, abusive. You have to forgive them for yourself, and you have to be able to move on, not dwell in that space forever. But they're still trying to hurt you. Okay? And as long as they are still trying to hurt you, don't let them back in. Don't let them back in. Okay, well, I think that that's pretty much it. That's not going to reside with everybody. So, to summarize, 2023 was pretty crap. It was not a lot of fun at all for you. It wasn't a lot of fun for me either. Okay, I think there was a lot of people that struggled through 2023. I think they were entering 2019 thinking, woo, life's getting good. And then 2020 came around and there was a lot of stress around us. And I think that it revealed a lot of people. It revealed a lot of people. So just remember, the advice is be social. Go out, meet with those close friends. Make strong intention to align yourself with high vibration people. It drains you. When you're an empath, it drains you to be around negative people. It's not fair to yourself to tolerate that nonsense. Even from my own experience, I used to have the argument, well, they're not attacking me, it doesn't affect me, I'm not getting involved. But being around that negativity all the time affects who you are as a person, how you respond in your day life, how you respond to the person cutting you off in the grocery line. It poisons you. It makes you care about things that you wouldn't normally care about. So it does affect you. Okay? So 2024 is about aligning with your soul tribe, being with the people that you know align with you, and not making any time for people. And I'm not saying like, oh, they're different from you, so like stay away from them. You will know what I'm talking about. Okay? It's not just a matter of they have different interests. It's they have different reasons for why they're interested in you. So, yeah, trust the opportunities that you get in 2024. And there will be some loose ends to be tied from 2023. And I feel that that's going to resolve itself around the middle of the year. And then you're just going to be catapulted into like love and positivity. But you have to believe that it's actually coming. And you have to separate yourself from the people who would undermine that, who don't want that for you. But you got to trust. The divine is trying to organize outcomes that make time for play, imagination, and the advice is to keep everything simple. To keep it simple now so it is simple later. So I hope that you enjoyed that channeled message, and if it was helpful to you, it would be helpful to me if you would subscribe, if you like the video, so I know that this is the kind of topics that you want me to discuss in the future. And also comment, because I actually really enjoy hearing, obviously not about your negative experiences, but I enjoy hearing how my messages resonate with people and hopefully heal them. So that's all I have for today. Bye.